Hello everyone, hope you all are keeping yourself busy during this self-quarantine. Try recreating this look while you're at home and have all the time and no fear of getting late for your party. This is like my favorite look. I do this look all the time. It's super easy to achieve and it looks super fancy as if I've taken hours to create this look. First things first, I've already washed my hands but I'm also going to sanitize them now. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, so now I've already done my brows. I'm priming my eyes with this Anastasia primer. You'll love this primer. The colors just pop and look super bright on top of this primer. So like always, I'm going to take this color New Yorker and adding it to my crease. I'm adding this color like a border, so my next color, which is the dark brown color, doesn't cross this border. I'm just going back and forth, and as the color is leaving the brush, I'm going a bit higher till the brow. Next, I'm taking a soft blending brush without any color and blending the edges. This brush is super important and this step is also super important. Always remember your edges should look well blended to have a very professional looking eye look. Now I'm taking this brow shade called 1988 and I'm adding it to my crease. I'm first adding this color to my crease as I want to recreate the shape. Again, just going back and forth and blending it into my previous color so they both look merged. Next, I'm adding this color on the lid. This is going to be my base color and I'm using the same brush to do that. Then I'm taking the soft blending brush and taking this color New Yorker on it and blending the edges of the dark brown color. Again, always remember the edges should look well blended. Next, I'm taking this black color on a small flat liner brush and adding this color as close to the lash line as possible. Then on a pencil brush, I'm taking the same brown color 1988 and blending the edges of the black eyeshadow and merging it into the brown shade, the base shade. Next, I'm cleaning all the fallout before I start with the base makeup. I'm going to start by priming my face. I'm using the Toofaced face primer called Hangover. It is so moisturizing and it even brightens my dull face. So for foundation, I'm going in with this Bounce foundation by Beauty Blender. Their range of colors are the best. I'm sure you'll find your color. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Dampen Sponge to bounce and apply the foundation. Then comes cream contouring. This one is called Tantour by Huda Beauty in the shade medium. If you like to cream contour, then this one is really amazing. It just blends so well and stays in place, doesn't slide down. I'm contouring my cheekbones. I start near the ear and go down. I even cream contour my jawline to give a chiseled jawline. Make sure it's really blended well. Next comes concealer. This one is by Huda Beauty in the shade 18N Granola. I prefer adding concealer after contouring so I can blend the edges of the contouring and make sure the area under my eyes are clean and highlighted. This concealer is like my holy grail concealer. It covers dark circle and highlights the under eye. I'm using a brush to add the color under eye and then I'm using a dampened beauty sponge to blend it. This step is optional. Basically, I'm adding concealer under the contouring to create a neat cut which will give me a defined cheekbone. Again, using a dampened beauty sponge to blend. I'm adding the same concealer on my chin, my upper lip, the bridge of my nose and the center of my forehead and using a beauty sponge to blend that out into my foundation. I'm doing this as these are the highlight points which will brighten my face. Next comes compact or powder to set all the liquid foundation so that they don't move. I'm using a small brush and adding a lot of powder under my eyes, under the contouring and my laugh line. Then I'm using a large fluffy brush to set the rest of my face. Always remember to go in downward direction. Next, I'm powder contouring using the Dolce & Gabbana powder in number 40. Again, such a beautiful color. It just melts into my skin, giving a nice blended look and a natural look. I'm contouring my cheekbone and jawline. Next, I'm adding highlight. I'm adding highlight right above the cheekbone. I like to add highlight after contouring so the edges where they meet look blended. Next, I'm adding the same highlight to the bridge of my nose and my chin. Next, I'm contouring the nose. I'm taking the same contouring powder on a small brush and adding this to the side of my nose, right next to the highlight and not top of it, but right next to it. Next, I'm adding the blush. This one is by MAC in the color Pinch Me. I'm adding this blush on the apple of my cheeks and then taking it into my contouring. I like to add blush after highlight so I can blend the edges where they meet To finish the eye look, I'm first lining my lower lash line with this black eyeshadow. I'm just creating a thin line. Next, I'm taking this brown shade on a pencil brush and just blending the edges of the black line I created in the previous step. Just going back and forth. Then I'm taking this color New Yorker on a small blending brush and blending the edges of the brown color. Next, I'm adding this Kat Von D lash liner on my waterline. This one is dark and leak proof. For mascara, I'm adding this one by NYX called Worth the Hype, and this mascara is totally worth the hype. Then comes lipstick. Coral is my favorite combination with brown smoky eyes. I'm first lining my lips with Huda Beauty lip liner in the shade Bombshell. I'm even filling my lips with the same lip liner. For lipstick, I'm using Anastasia lip palette. I think I'm going to create a separate post to just talk about how awesome this palette is. To create today's shade, I'm mixing these two colors on the palette, then using the Anastasia brush and adding it to my lips. The camera and the lighting is washing out the intensity of this lipstick. It's quite pigmented. Next, I'm adding Huda lashes by Pinky Code. And that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed my favorite look. It's super easy to recreate. And when you do recreate, please send me pictures of the looks you recreate. It really motivates me to create new looks. See you all soon. Till then, keep blending, my lovelies.